Hello, and welcome back to the Adventures of Chef Perry. So it's been a while, but when we last looked in on Chef Perry, he went through the Concord sewers, where he encountered some vampires, which he promptly killed. And we're just in the process, I guess, of kind of doing the last little bit of looting and exploration of the town of Concord here. So we can load a few more things up. Who's that down there? Oh, that's that guy and his daughter. So we'll have a quick look around here and make sure that we unlock every safe and open every door. And
yes.
Wow, look at that. I can't carry those. So we'll have to leave them there. They're not worth all that much to me anyways, because I never ever use a missile launcher. It is ridiculously heavy, and the missiles are also heavy, and you just don't have enough carrying capacity to, look at that, I just found a fusion core in a trash can. You just don't have enough carrying capacity to haul all that stuff around. I think I've already been in here. There's not much in there anyway, even if I haven't been. I'm pretty sure I've already been in there. Oh, and here comes Trash Can Carla. Destroying sandbags. I am almost done picking stuff up too, because I am starting to get... Oh yeah, I'm using the portable container here, aren't I? So I've got plenty of room to pick things up. I'm so used to not using it that I forget sometimes that I have it here. Well, we'll have a look over in the church here. Have a quick look at the map, and let's see if I've done any looking around in other local areas. Not quite to this point. So basically, we, among our more recent accomplishments, managed to start up a settlement down at Jamaica Plain. And they are desperately in need of some support and assistance over there. So I think my next goal is going to be to figure out a way to connect them to a supply line. And I'm probably going to start here and go across to the Red Rocket Express, then possibly over toward the Red Rocket, the Boston Red Rocket there. Because I can do that with just a few quick connections.
That's it.
Look at all the missiles I'm finding. Wow. They weigh 7 each, so yeah, that's too much to carry around. If you weren't playing survival, of course, then you'd be able to pick all of those up. Actually, I can pick them up anyway, I should. Because I can just stick them in the portable container and be done with it. Then I can stash them in the workbench, and I don't know what I would use them for, but what the hell, maybe I can sell them for a whole bunch of money. Looks like I got quite a bit of other stuff. In the portable container already. Boy, oh boy. Okay, well. Good enough. Yes, and so what we're going to do too, we're going to make use of the finger guns a little bit this episode, because we had a viewer of an earlier episode who, you know, expressed his disbelief on this, so I figured that maybe I would just show that off too again. Once we have something to shoot. But for now, I'm just going to do a little bit of checking around here. We'll finish up our little bit of looting in Concord. Okay, we've been here already. Okay, looks like there's a thing or two to pick up in here too. Already opened that safe. Whoops, fell through the hole in the floor. Okay. So we'll head back to Sanctuary Hills and we'll unload our portable container and generally get ready to go here with the plan. I'm not going to stop and talk to that little girl. Jeff Perry has learned through hard experience that kids are always something more than they seem. And that one is no different. Looks like we've established a settlement here at the Red Rocket truck stop, and we've got 5 people here already. Okay. Maybe what we'll do is we'll stop in here. It's as good a place as any. It has just as many available... wow, look at all this stuff. Okay. Alright. We'll, open up the portable container again here and empty everything out. Okay. We'll break up some of these other weapons. I saved a few. We'll keep that one. But that one might be good to give to a settler in a guard position and an elevated position. We'll see about getting rid of some of this extra stuff that I'm carrying around too. That I don't really need to carry around anymore. Just have to bear with me while I do a little bit of inventory management here. Maybe I'll pause while I'm doing this so people don't have to watch this. Okay, here we are back, and we've taken care of all of our inventory management tasks and checked to make sure everybody here has a job and even had a good night's sleep since it was starting to get dark out. So we have a fresh start here for first thing in the morning. And I think that the first thing that we need to do is, well, let's see here. We got a connection over to Oberlin Station already, so maybe we need to head for Oberlin Station because then we can connect to Red Rocket Boston from there. It looks like they need a little bit of a visit from me anyway. Oh yeah, let's have a look at some of these other pesky things. We haven't gone to see the settlers at 10 Pines Bluff yet either. So maybe we'll do that too. Because we have to head down toward Lexington anyway. Or you know what? To hell with it. We'll just let them stew for a little while longer. Pretty sure there's no time limit on that. So, we'll just take care of our business here first. Those settlers at 10 Pines Bluff, they can just wait. I guess I didn't stop in here and open this safe yet.
Got it.
Oh, yeah, I can get out of the way, dog. I'm gonna grab this stuff. Okay. And we'll head for Oberlin Station, and I can remember mentioning in a recently past episode, maybe 2 or 3 episodes back, that that's not one of my favorite settlements to build. Because it's so uneven, like very up and down. I mean, it's a little bit better since I got mods like the chain link fences and that kind of thing. Because you can then build your fences so that they go up and down along with the ground. But it still is annoying. And so I know that I was going to try and maybe try a slightly different... Where is that coming from? Oh. Okay, he's almost dead. We'll sneak up on them with the finger. Oh, look at that. The robot killed the Deathclaw. Wow. I'm guessing that a Lieutenant Gutsy is pretty tough. We'll take the stuff off this Deathclaw anyway. Oh, look, we haven't explored this little cabin yet. Maybe we'll do this too. We'll give it a chance to try out the finger guns. Now, the finger guns are pretty hard to aim accurately in first person. Basically, what I found is if you're shooting in first person with the finger guns, you're hip firing, because this does not make for a really good sight. I'm not even sure where you're supposed to line up to aim at things. But in third person, they work just fine. And as you can see, they're a dual-wield gun. And in order to reload, there, now we're reloaded. Because there are about four different varieties, I think, of finger gun. There's, of course, the single-action shooting ones, which do the most damage per shot, and you can have them in either a one-hand or two-handed variety. Of course, you set these up at the weapons workbench. And then there's the semi-automatic fire ones, which is what I'm using right now, and there's also a one-handed or two-handed version of those. And I, of course, go with the two-handed version, because the two-handed versions they have a bit better fire rate and can do a little more damage. And then there is the automatic finger guns too, and also coming, I believe, in one-handed or two-handed. So I guess you sort of, if you can see, sort of like between the tips of the thumbs, there's sort of like a little indent area, and I guess that would be sort of like sighting down the barrel of a standard gun. And of course, they're a silent stealth weapon. All you hear is if you have to really pay attention and listen. But if you do, you can hear a whistling sound when the guns when the finger guns are fired. There's lots of stuff to pick up in this place anyway. Oop. Okay. Yeah, it appears that's the way that you aim in first person. You aim between the tips of the thumbs. Whoops, I didn't want to sit down there. Get up. Just want to pick up all the stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. Diamond City is permanently marked on my map, but Diamond City is permanently marked on my map once I go there once. So that's not really a very good perk magazine. It's kind of a waste, but I guess if you're a collector and you want to try and collect all the perk magazines, well, you need that one too. So I guess now we'll head back outside. Okay, and here we go. Oh, I missed one. There. Yes, complete with the knuckle popping sound and everything, right? But anyway, after that little side trip, we'll continue on our way to Overland Station. You know what? I don't play a lot of male characters. In fact, Chef Perry is the only one, I think. But I almost get the feeling that he runs slower. I don't know whether that's just a perception thing, just because he's has a bigger, bulkier body, or but it just seems like he doesn't run as fast as the female characters do. Could be my imagination too, though. I hear somebody shooting. Can't really tell where it's coming from, though. Echoed gunshots at a distance are kind of hard to pinpoint the direction. So the weirdest thing, how objects are connected together in this game, because I did some modifying to this bridge. I removed the rail cars at the far end that were blocking the end of the bridge, and I actually fixed the nav meshing so that NPCs will follow you all the way across the bridge instead of just getting to the point where the rail cars would start and then teleporting. But when I went to move this set of wheels, basically it destroyed the collision on the elevated freeway up there, right? So anything that you went to build up there wouldn't sit on the paved surface, it would basically fall through. And so it didn't matter if I removed these wheels or if I simply moved them out of the way, if I disturbed them at all, it affected collision for portions of the Grey Garden settlement. So I had to leave them alone and leave them exactly where they were. But that's just the strangest thing, how those things are are set up. And I suppose someone more knowledgeable than me would be able to figure out how to maybe break that connection. I don't know. Oh, I see a alpha wild mongrel. Okay, well, let's see. We got the drop on them, so. Okay, and it looks like the finger guns are not enough firepower for this. Luckily, we have our faithful dog with us. Some of these wild dogs can be really dangerous. Particularly the alpha varieties. And Chef Perry, for his level, is actually a bit fragile yet. I only have an armor rating of 333, which is kind of low for the level that I'm at. That being said, most people playing through the vanilla game will have encountered the railroad and done a couple of errands and gotten ballistic weave to put on some of their clothing pieces and that kind of thing by now, too. Anyway, we need to do something with this settlement. And we need to get a couple more settlers in here. Somehow. And we need to find the room to put them. Because I didn't exactly lay this out with the plans of expanding it at all. We'll just deposit all the junk into the workbench here. And then drink much water. Yeah, to be honest, I hadn't really expected to do much of anything with this settlement. But maybe what we'll try and do is we'll leave it more or less intact the way it is. And we'll see about maybe building an addition onto the end of it here. So we can probably use this door frame here as a base. Yeah. Oh, look, I can actually put a floor piece in there, too. Okay. We'll do that. And we'll get rid of this security fence piece and this security fence piece. And we'll just kind of... Yeah, we should be able to do that, because that will be below the floor. Okay, think that'll be alright, because that will be below the, well below the floor that we have in here, yeah. So no one will know the difference. Yeah, okay. Now, maybe what we'll do is we'll move this over to here. Yeah. There, that's pretty slick, isn't it? Hmm? Okay, well, that approach will be well defended, that's for sure. Yep, I guess we don't need those stairs now, since we've consolidated here. Okay. So we'll continue here too.
Came through was telling me about the pool farm, the one west of Salem. He said they've got a tarberry bog set up in an old swimming pool.
Hey, good for them. Nice to see them get back on their feet after what happened in Diamond City.
A tarberry bog and a pool. Which I thought.
And we'll move this over here. Yeah, we should be able to go one more row there without too much trouble, I think. And we'll put some walls in. And I mean, we're building this using sound engineering principles where you put the walls up, or the roof up first, and then the walls, right? Because of course that works. Okay. Yep. Okay, this space here is big enough to get in and out without too much trouble. Yep. There, now we've got a nice sturdy foundation in here too. Okay, well, we'll put it there, I guess. Okay, let's try some barn walls now. Because they're a little taller. Okay, that's not going to work. There, that will work. We just have to move one potato plant. Okay, that's probably alright. Okay, now I'm not too sure how many beds I can fit in here, but it looks like I can put quite a few in. So we'll work on that. Actually, maybe it would be a good idea to put in a beacon for settlers too while we're at it. Yeah, and instead of the tower style one, we'll just put in one of these switch type ones here. And we'll just stick it to the wall right there. Okay, well, it doesn't really want to stick to the wall right there. We'll stick it to the wall right there. Okay, well, we're gonna pretend that we stuck it to the wall right there. How about that? Nope, I can't stick a wall to that thing there, so yeah, I guess we'll just have to make do with that. So we're going to pretend that that's stuck to the wall right there. Okay. And look at that, we got 2 more settlers here already. I think down here, this is where we'll put our workshop. Oops, wrong thing. We'll make a couple of those. Okay. Well, what do we do with those? Yeah, we'll stick those. We'll just stick those in the bench for now. Because we need to get these guys properly outfitted, too.
Let's trade some things.
Sure thing.
Let's trade.
Of course.
Okay, and then when our other two settlers eventually show up, I think we'll turn them into provisioners. So we can have one head down here toward Red Rock at Boston, and maybe one head in the other direction toward Red Rock at Cambridge, maybe, with the aim of getting that loop closed eventually. Okay, there's one of them over there. Hey. Yep. Okay.
Hey.
I don't think we've met yet. Anyway, I just wanted to say thanks for the opportunity. I'm ready to help with whatever you need. Just say the word.
Okay.
Just looking to trade a little.
Okay.
Now, do I have a gun to give her that's worth it? Probably not. Going to have to go to the shipping container and get some suitable provisioner weapons here. And hopefully that settler doesn't wander off too far while I'm doing this. Okay, we can get her a combat shotgun maybe. And, sure, we can get, somebody this fancy 10mm pistol that shoots 45s. Okay. Now, we need to catch up with you before you wander off too far.
Can we trade a few things?
Sure.
Okay. So, okay, I've got a medium magazine on. So. Okay, you can do the supply line to Red Rocket, Boston. So that gets us a step closer to what we wanted to do. I'm not sure where the other settler is. Maybe we'll go back to building beds for a bit, and I'm sure that settler will show up in their own good time. Okay, I can still get in here, yeah. Okay, that's probably enough for this room. In fact, just for making things easier, we could probably take those two out. Make it a little easier to get in there, because I don't think we're hurting for room all that much. Because we have this extra space up here too. Okay, and that is probably more than enough space for beds than what I'll ever need. So now we just have to get a set of stairs up onto the roof of this little add-on up here. And we'll put a few more gun turrets up here now. There. Okay, that ought to be good for the time being. So we just have to find... Ooh. There. Safety first. Okay, we just have to find that one stray settler and get that settler assigned. And then we'll be able to be on our way. Okay. Anyway, now you just saw, within a few minutes, how you can build a reasonable settlement at Overland Station. And it has enough room for all the settlers that could possibly want to stay here. And it doesn't take up too much space. And the reason that I kept the fence as tight as I did there is because quite often settlement attackers will spawn inside the borders of the settlement. And I think, for the most part, I've got the fence area shrunk down enough that, you know, they'll spawn outside of the fence, which will keep the amount of damage during settlement attacks to a minimum, hopefully. Anyway, I guess I can move this weapons workbench in here now. I can probably move this shipping container in here too. Which will make for a little more room to get in and out. I guess I also need an armor workbench. Okay. So it looks like I could improve my armor capabilities if I were to take another rank of armorer the next time I get a level up. I'll consider doing that. Although I could also get my 3rd rank of hack, but maybe the armor thing is more important. So anyway, I've got a bunch of dirt floor in here too, and this can be used to put in water pumps, or you could throw some lights in here and grow some more crops. Still don't know where that 4th settler is. But there is some room to grow more crops just on the ground out here yet, as well. And you can actually, you know, like, provide for a surprising number of settlers in a relatively small garden area in this game. And if need be, I guess I can expand the fence line out a little ways too in the future. Okay, we do need a little bit more water though, because we do have 4 settlers at this place now and only 3 water, so maybe the thing to do here would be to okay, does one of these things fit under the roof here? Looks like it might. Yep, right there. So we need to get some power. We're probably going to need more power than the little generator that runs the gate to this place. So this generator will be enough to run 2 of those types of water pumps. We'll get some power through here to run our water pumps with. There we go. Now we've got water. And we can probably throw a couple of lights in here too. Yeah, maybe even put some power in over here too. Kind of dark in here without the lights, though. So, yeah. Hey, what the hell? Oh, jeez. I didn't know they could spawn right inside there. Okay, that takes care of that. Wow. Boy, that was... Okay, well, I guess we just found out that vampires can spawn inside the borders of settlements sometimes. And get that cheap shot in on you in the back. Luckily, I appear to be heavily enough armored that that machete wasn't enough to do me in. Because I certainly never saw that coming. But it's one thing I have to say that I do not like about the Sanguinaire mod is the fact that the random encounters basically pop in out of thin air right behind you. Like the spawn distance for that one, I think I was over here fiddling around with some wires, and the spawn distance for that one, it spawned basically right about where I'm pointing there. So there was absolutely no warning, no way to know that this was coming, right? It's basically a cheap shot, in my opinion. And that's why anybody that makes a mod like that should have a toggle where you can turn, you know, those kinds of encounters off if you don't want them. Because they're unbalanced enough. And obviously the spawn distance is far too close all the time. That I personally would just turn those encounters off. I wouldn't have them in my game at all. Okay, well, now I can probably turn my flashlight off, and I've got some lighting in here. Although I have to say that the lights don't really give off a lot of light. There are certain kinds of lights that give off quite a lot of light, and these hanging light bulbs are one of them. So maybe we'll throw in a hanging light bulb here and there. That one's a bit too far away. I need to put in another electrical conduit here. That's still too far away? Yeah, okay. Well, we'll move this over here a bit. And we'll throw one in over here too. Okay. So to tell you the truth, those two hanging light bulbs did a lot more for lighting this place up than all of those wall lights did. But anyway, now I've got a fully lit area for... Oh, there you are. Finally. Finally decided to report in.
I want to trade a few things.
Okay.
So now we'll put you to work. And we'll have you go back to Red Rocket, Cambridge. Yeah. Okay, so that ought to do it for development of Oberlin Station for the time being. So I guess my next target will be to get some more people at Red Rocket, Boston, so that I can connect to Jamaica Plain before their morale drops to the point where I can no longer support them. Although, that being said, I could just go down there and get one of those settlers and turn them into a provisioner. And that would be a good shortcut to just deal with the immediate crisis. So maybe that's what I'll do after I have a good night's sleep again. Oh, look, I've got another settler here already. Huh. Okay. Let's have a look here. Well, we could kind of close the loop with Red Rocket Lexington there. We've got settlements over here that need connecting too. Wow. They're all over the place. Okay, well, you know what? Maybe we will. We'll get that one to head to Red Rocket Lexington here. But first of all, okay, so we need to make okay, do we have any weapons in here? No. Okay. Sure, why not? We'll give them a 10mm submachine gun. We got some 10mm rounds in the workbench, or in the thing that we can take out as well. Okay, where are you? There you are.
Hi.
I don't think we've met. What can I do to help out?
I just need to trade gear with you.
Sure thing.
Okay. So we'll give you this 10mm submachine gun. And we'll give you, I think, the standard magazine, 20 shots or something like that. So we'll give you that. Yeah, we'll do this and this. And where were we going to send you? Lexington, yeah. Okay. Now, as you can see, also with Oberlin Station, if you look at the size bar there, I haven't really built a lot of stuff here, so the build limit for Oberlin Station is actually pretty small, too. Which is another reason why it's not one of my favorite settlements, because they make it difficult for you to build anything meaningful, and then they don't give you very much in the way of ability to really build very much anyway. So before I head over to Jamaica Plain again, I think I need to probably build another provisioner's uniform. And I think I have a shipping container there so I can get access to weapons if I need them. Oh, there's Kelly trying to sell another Brahmin. Okay, so I think we're in good shape here for now. We got 5 people, we got 12 water, or 12 food and 13 water, and lots of defense. Plenty of beds, so I think they're doing just fine.
I got a question for you. You looking to buy a Brahmin? Top quality, lowest price, guaranteed.
Sure, I'll take her.
Oh, great, great. Just tell me where you want me to send her, and she's all yours.
Okay, where do we want to have a Brahmin? You know what? Let's send the Brahmin to Jamaica Plain. Why
It's good
not?
doing business with you, man. I'm sure I'll see you around.
Yeah, again and again and again. But that's okay. Brahmin are beneficial. I can't remember all of the benefits that they provide now. I did look it up one time. Wonder why I would want to spend 100 caps to buy a Brahmin for a settlement. But yes, apparently they are beneficial. They make your farming operation more productive. I'll have to look that up again one day, just out of curiosity. It occurs to me that I haven't done a quick save in a while, so I think we better do that. My game doesn't crash very often, but it still does occasionally, like any good Bethesda game. Okay, well, sounds like raiders and somebody having it out here. There's a raider. What kind of effective range do the finger guns have? Well, I hit them. Is that it? Okay, well, we'll take his gun and stuff because we can use the ammunition. Are you shooting at me? You are. You know what? That's a terrible idea in so many levels. You better run. That was completely unnecessary. You didn't have to do that. Oh, 6 missiles. Wow, okay. I must have... oddly enough, this cooler tends to respawn quite often, too.
If that's what you want.
What? Oh, there's another one.
My leg.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's another one. I'll tell you what, you don't shoot at me and I won't shoot at you, okay? Yeah. Anyway, as you can see, the finger guns work fairly well. They're not a super high-powered weapon or anything. In order to even shoot, low to mid-level enemies, you have to shoot them several times. But I guess in a pinch, and if you need a stealthy weapon, then like they work pretty well for that. And if you look there, you can see the little tiny Vault Boy thing. That's what the finger guns holstered looks like, since we have a mod that shows holstered weapons. As you can see, when I draw the finger guns, the little Vault Boy thing disappears, and he reappears when I holster them. So if we compare, so the dual finger guns have a moderate fire rate, about similar to a 10mm pistol. They do damage similar to a 10mm pistol, I suppose. And of course they have the advantage that you never really run out of ammunition. You do have to reload by cracking your knuckles. And I'm not sure what the ammo capacity of each finger gun type is, but I know that you do have a finite number of shots before you have to reload. So not a bad early game weapon, especially because you need next to nothing in the way of resources to make them too. But you know, like as you can see here, the way that it stacks up against our 10mm submachine gun, well, the 10mm submachine gun, even though it's a full auto weapon, does the same amount of damage per hit. And, you know, it has a fire rate of approximately triple that of the finger guns, so... There's a Fens Sheriff's Department power armored guy carrying a missile launcher.
We got purified water inside the city. Best drink in the common.
Yep, you sure do. Okay, we don't have to stop in there right now. There's only one settler and he's pretty happy. We have no issues there. Have to see if the settlers here have respawned. It looks all quiet here. Don't see anybody. Looks like none of the materials have started to respawn either. Yeah, so I guess I must have cleared these guys out fairly recently. Of course, we'll disarm the trap and steal the grenades once again. I figured out how to make that stop. Actually, you have to go in and clear all the raiders out of Leighton Towers there, which is that undiscovered building that appears on my heads-up display there on my compass bar. Okay, and here we are at Red Rocket, South Boston, which looks like has no people yet. So we're going to bypass Red Rocket, South Boston for the time being. And try and do a connection directly to Red Rocket, Boston. Just outside of the Diamond City there. Just to get Jamaica Plain settlement connected and get them to be a little bit happier. because you can see that their morale has fallen even since the last time I slept. It's fallen by 4%. It was at 20%. Now it's down to 16, so I need to go and do something about this place. Okay, here we go. Right, you can see that I started to do some building here until I ran out of materials. I have to say that Jamaica Plain is not one of my favorite settlements either, just because of its oddball shape. And the fact that, you know, nothing seems to really fit very well there. Okay, we need to get our brand new settler a weapon. Okay, we could give one of those maybe laser rifle things here. We got lots of fusion cells, and I think that those things hold like 8 or 9 rounds with the sniper barrel, so we'll give her about that many. Ooh, I'm weighed down. Okay. Get rid of a little bit of junk. Wow, okay. Still weighed down. I get rid of here. Well, I could get rid of 6 missiles. Okay, that will do for the time being. Now, where did that... Okay, you guys didn't run off yet. Yeah, sure.
My back hurts, my feet hurt. Everything hurts.
Yeah, well...
I just want to trade a few things.
Have I got a job for you? Okay, we'll give you that sniper rifle, that laser rifle. And we'll give you a supply line to Red Rocket, Boston. Yeah, this place has got not enough beds, it's got not enough food, not enough water, not enough defenses. It's just in terrible shape. Didn't I build a... Yeah, I did build a water fountain here. Okay. So now, I guess maybe the first order of business will be to put in a few more beds, because we need some. Okay, well, looks like I've got that mostly all started. And I had a building there started. Okay, I think I know what I can do with this too to try and make the transition between these a little bit smoother. There, just like that. But for starters, food and water. Okay, we need to do that first. Okay. Alrighty, so that'll allow us to get up and down here. Okay, we got a lot of carrots, so... Okay, where's our other settler here? Where did you go, other settler? They wander around and it's annoying. I wish they would all just stand someplace where I could catch up to them and give them jobs.
Got it.
Okay. Okay, let's put in an industrial strength water supply. We'll tuck it right in next to this building here. Okay, we need 5 power to run that. But we can do a little something like this. Okay, that looks about right. Oop. Okay, not quite perfectly square, but oh well. I guess it will do. And I am outside of the build area here anyway. So, we'll put our windmill in here. Have to budget in because there isn't even any collision here, right? Whoa, okay. Not quite a big enough platform over here. I ran out of platform. Okay, well. We'll just, like I said, we'll fudge this in, kind of, sort of. This. There. Okay, that could have been done a little bit better. Maybe we'll turn this around the other way. That'll probably work a little bit better. Yeah, okay. Looks better, too. Anyway, now we can make use of the roof of this building, even though we're outside of the build area. We can put power... Oh, okay. I guess we need to sink that down into the floor a little more here. We can put power generation up here, because we got enough room probably to put at least one more windmill up here. And we can throw a few gun turrets up along the edge of this roof. We just have to build them in a buildable area and then move them. But anyway, now that we've taken care of the food and water situation... Have we? Oh yeah, right, we need to power this, that's odd. I thought I forgot to connect the connector to the windmill. Yeah. Okay, there. Now we've got the power and, or the food and water situation taken care of. So we should probably do something about finishing the wall around this place. It looks like I started mostly with junk fence, so maybe we'll do that. We'll see if we can figure out a way to sort of... okay, I think I'm going to have to start this over here. Okay, that might be a little too soon. Okay. Okay, we'll throw this in here. Throw that there. How does this look? Okay, that looks like it's going in about the right direction. Yep. There we go. Managed to get that in there and tie it into that wall. Very nice. Yeah. And it looks as though we kind of started a junk fence wall over this way too, a bit. Nope, I can't jump over that. Okay, looks like this isn't going to work out too badly. It's not going to be absolutely perfect or anything, but it'll do. Would be nice if that could be just a little bit further over. We'll use a one of these. There. Just to get it centered a little more nicely. I can't climb over that. Okay, looks like I just needed one under that side. Okay, we should be able to build our junk wall the rest of the way over here now. Okay, yeah, okay, this is gonna work out. There. Yeah, we'll throw one of these on top of this post. See if we can get it somewhat, yeah. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh, yeah, okay. What if we do this? This might be fun. Okay, and then we need to get to the other side. Oh, it looks like my Brahmin just arrived. I guess we're going to need 2 of those. Okay, 1 to go to there. 1 to go to there. Okay, so that one will take power to the outside switch. And this one will, connection all the way through. There we go. Another, hate that collision thing. Maybe we'll see if we can set this switch right on top of this wall here. There, that's better. Okay. Okay, so we've got ourselves a walled-in settlement now. Okay, where our happiness is still not good, but at least it's recovering. I guess the next step will be to finish off that building and put some beds inside it, hey? I think this outside part is high enough above that that it's fairly secure, yeah. Okay. And this ought to give us enough space for all the beds that we'll need in this settlement. And as you can see, Jamaica Plain, I'm starting to run out of room in the build limit here for this one as well. So there's not a lot more I'll be able to do with this one unless I forcibly expand the build limit on it. Anyway, we got a nice big farming area down there. We make use of the sort of little planter areas as well. We should have enough farming for this settlement. And of course we'll build beds. There, it just turned yellow. So I think I'm just going to go back to the workbench right now and fix that. Whoops, I forgot to select the bench. There, you gotta select the bench first. There. Okay, so this thing only has 500,000 triangles when it starts, so we're gonna change that to 1,000,000. And of course there are two, whoops, can't type today. Okay, and only 500 of those, wow. We'll change that to 1,000. So when you're changing these parameters, basically you want to change them both by the same ratio. So if you double one, you want to double the other, and that basically reduces my build size, as you can see from in the yellow, down to half that size, so I can finish building whatever I want to build in Jamaica Plain. And there really isn't too much more to build in Jamaica Plain, because once I have enough beds and enough crops and enough defenses for this place, well, no, it's just not a physically very large settlement anyway. Yeah, I can probably build all the beds that I'm going to need. In this building right here. Oh, now I've got to rush back to the Red Rocket truck stop to do the settlement defense thing. I think I can shoehorn a few more in here. So anyway, I've got enough to put considerably more than just 40 beds in this place, so I think that is enough. Okay, I've got all sorts of places to build defenses. We'll put up a few gun turrets here, just to help these guys out and make them a little happier. I guess I need to put power to this rolling metal door at some point if I want to use it, but I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. I see it's starting to get dark out too. Is going to be a bit of a problem. So anyway, I can put gun turrets up here, but I have to build them within the build area and then move them to where I want them to be. So oddly enough, they still count as defenses, even when they're not within the settlement borders. Okay. So I think I'm going to call that good. So there you go. Jamaica Plain rescued. And, you know what? I think I'm going to do the Red Rocket settlement attack thing next time, because I think I'm about out of time right now. We'll mark it just so we don't forget. And you know what? There's still some fine-tuning and things to add to this place. But with only 2 settlers living here right now, I can kind of leave this one the way it is until I have more resources to, you know, connect into this place and add more people and that kind of thing. But at least it's ready. So, I guess that's it for this time. Hope you all enjoyed the adventures of Chef Perry. And we'll be back again soon. Till then, I'm Sandman99.